Here, let's explore how screen reader assistive technologies handle data in tables or information in tables. So I have here two tables, and I've got some information that's not in a table. It's the same information that's in this table. This is a common practice by college faculty to use tables just to format information at the top of their syllabus typically. And what they're trying to get away from is the loss of like white space here on the right. And actually, I've done what is very common here. I've made it so that the table structure is hidden, right? But this is what the table really looks like. And then just to make it more attractive, I've removed the borders. And so it looks better if it's in a Word document, PDF, printed out, what have you. Right. So this is a layout table. That is a table that's just used for cosmetic purposes, really, to organize information on screen. But it's the organization is non-essential to how the relationships between the data in these cells. This is a data table where the relationship between the information in each cell dictates a certain structure. You know, A should be in this cell because 90 to 100 is in the adjacent cell to the right, and B is below that, and so on and so forth. In general, our recommendation, there's a lot more to say about tables and use of screen readers, but our earliest recommendation or simplest recommendation is those using screen readers, say visually impaired students, for example, they know they're going to encounter tabular data in college, and they're prepared for it. Screen readers do supply information, as we'll see in a moment, that information is in a table, and they can discern the relationships within the table by listening to what the screen reader has to say. So where in your discipline you need to have information in tables, they're prepared for it, and they'll use their screen reader accordingly. However, you need to decide if you're using a table for reasons that really have to do with aesthetics, that have to do with the cosmetic look of your syllabus, for example, and whether that's strictly necessary, because they won't experience it like students looking at a video display, but worse than that, they will get additional noise. So let's listen to how a screen reader is going to handle the same information in a table and outside of a table.
Table with 4 rows and 2 columns, level 1, row 1, column 1, can 101A, demonstrator course, column 2, Dr. Pilcrow ampersand, row 2, column 1, office hours, TTH 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., column 2, office, OM 404, row 3, column 1, class time, MWF 9:30 a.m. to 10:20 a.m., column 2, classroom, OM 110, row 4, column 1, link ampersap at canisius.edu, column 2, out of link 716-888-8353. SIN 101A, demonstrator course. Dr. Pilcrow ampersand. Link ampersap at canisius.edu, out of link office, OM 404. 716-888-8353, office hours, TTH 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., classroom, OM 110, class time, MWF 9:30 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Blank.
So as you just heard, the screen reader is going to add a lot of additional information to represent this table that is otherwise hidden to students that are using a video display. And therefore, we don't think this is an optimal way to format information just for the sake of aesthetics when students using screen readers are actually going to have a sort of a worse experience or a more complicated experience. Now, let's turn to a data table where let's say that it is essential that the data be represented this way. And what we're going to demonstrate here is just that screen readers can, and users of screen readers can, understand data in tables based on screen reader technology. Let's listen.
Table with 6 rows and 2 columns, level 1 row 1 column 1 grade, column 2 range, row 2 column 1A, column 2 90 100, row 3 column 1B, column 2 80 89, row 4 column 1C, column 2 70 79, row 5 column 1D, column 2 60 69, row 6 column 1F, column 2 0 59, out of table blank.
So realize that data tables are not off limits in your course content. Even if you have a student that you know is using a screen reader, there is more to say about tables, especially as they become more complex. And see the Kali resources for accessibility, for details, some additional links that can be helpful if you have to use tables extensively in your class.